Alright, guys. This is not Invoked, it's not DM, obviously. I'm playing Brandon DESPIA against one of my close friends here, and he's playing Spright Prank Kids, which is honestly a better deck than it sounds. Anything you can splash Spright into, in my opinion, automatically makes the deck rogue. So, this is Spright Prank Kids. He's trying to figure out the version of Spright he wants to play. It's still a Spright matchup, which for DESPIA is kind of hard, and we are going second, if I remember correctly. Now, I do 2-1 him, but the matches are pretty good, and there is one misplay he makes game one. I don't know what it is. If you're a Sprite player, let me know in the comments. Game two, no. Game three, there is a misplay I let him take back, so something looks weird. You'll see me type over here when it happens, so that's what it was. But anyway, let's get into the game. I'll try to narrate what's going over my head as it's happening, and I don't really know what to narrate on his side because I don't really know the deck. But anyway, let's get into it. He activates terraforming, which is completely fine. He sets Prank Kid's place. Prank Kid's plays will search him a Prank Kid monster from his deck, which is pretty good. Prank Kid's place is really solid. We like that card. Searches Dropsies. Normal summon Dropsies is pretty good because it's a great way into Toad in this deck. And with Starter, it's kind of cracked. So, I don't remember if he makes Toad here or not. And if you look at my hand, it's not very good. I don't have an Allure to get these out of hand or a Branded Opening to get these out of hand. So they're kind of dead. This is mostly Branded Fusion and Allure, breaking a full Spright board if I remember correctly, except minus Toad. So, which could be a big factor on why I won this match. Could be. I don't know, but we'll find out. I don't have any interruptions, so we're going to let him combo. Red is very good against this matchup, or in general. Monster Negate, pretty solid. It's Spright Jet. I think I top deck like a Chad, which helps me out a lot. Also, really quickly, in the Spright matchup, if you're playing Despia, Branded Lost can almost guarantee you the game a lot of times. Because they just can't respond to anything, and then you just activate Mirror Jade, banish Toad, or banish whatever. It's completely fine. It's a cracked card. So he goes for Gigantic. Discards that. Summons Dropsies. Now here, I don't... He could make Toad. I'm not sure if he does or not. I feel like he should. If he doesn't, this is probably a misplay on his end. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even sure if he's going to watch this fucking video. He probably won't, but he should probably make Toad here. I don't remember if he does or not. If he doesn't, then I don't know what he's playing. So he goes Prank Kid stuff. Goes do. Not really super familiar with Prank Kid's IRO. He gets Pandemonium. That might be better. So he can set I don't know if it's Battle Butler or not, but the one that like nukes the field, just like quick effect for Geki. You got that card. He goes through this play some more. Gets pranks, Dropsies, activates pranks. We love pranks. Summon the token, do some more stuff, Sprind. His turn goes on for a hot minute, so a lot of stuff. While he's comboing, I do want to say, if you're not subscribed, please do. And we're getting close to 400 subscribers, which is pretty good. So we'll go this way. This man is comboing. If there's any misplays on his end or on my end, let me know in the comments, and it just helps us grow and become better players overall. So yeah, he gets IP, Sprite Elf. This isn't a bad board. He has Pandemonium set. I don't know what this card is. Sprite Starter. He has Elf, which is Monster Reborn. He has Red, which is a Monster Negate. And he has IP, which could get him into an annoying Link monster. Or, Nightmare Unicorn. Both are solid. So I start my turn. And I draw Albion. Albion's okay. Used Albion's effect. Albion's I love main deck Albion. I'll probably play it in Branded DM now, just because of how good this card is. I know my Branded DM list plays a lot more branded cards than like most people's do. And I'll probably make a Dark Magician branded and a Branded DM list, but we draw in the Banishment. Banishment's pretty solid. I'm not sure. Yeah, he goes Spright Elf, which is completely fine. Summons back Jet. Jet gets another Spright starter. Normal summon a Luber. I don't know. Misplay on his end, he probably should have negated a Luber. But he might be waiting for Branded Fusion, which was a misplay on his end, because I just searched Branded Lost because I already had the Branded Fusion. If you don't have Ash, alright, if you're playing Despia, always hold your Ash for Branded Fusion, but if you have any other negate, always negate a Luber first. Because a Luber do be cracked. Activate Lost, activate Branded Fusion, he can respond to the activation as long as he doesn't negate it. So, he could still Ash under Branded Lost, worded just like Meltdown. So, we do some plays. I send Adlib, summon that. I misplay here, and I know it. Because I discarded Tragedy. Tragedy won't activate if it's discarded for cost. I would have to send Imp, Imp search Patchwork, activate Patchwork, search another Imp and Poly. That is what I should have done. But I fucked up and misplayed. We all do it. This is why we test. Admit your replays when you see them. Or admit your misplays in your replays when you see them. So moving on. Branded Lost will search. Searches McCourier. It'll shuffle back Lebellion and Albaz to summon Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade effect, he can't respond. Banishes the IP. Deactivates Spright Starter. It's fine as long as he burns himself. Which is pretty good. We go Battle Phase. I swing over red so he can't negate anything else I do next turn. And then I swing over Spright Red. Well, he could still negate a spell track because he has Carrot, but. And I set Branded Banishment. End phase, Albion will set Branded in red. Pretty good. So, we go from here. He does some stuff. He goes back to end of standby because I want to activate Banishment. Which is fine. I honestly kind of expected him to negate this, unless this negates the effect. So yeah, he could have negated this here. I'm not sure why he did. I think he was holding it for Branded in red. But I have McCourier. McCourier would just negate that, which he knows, but it's still his best play. Because if he negates this, again, McCourier, and then I have a free red later. Summon Tragedy. Now, I think here a fair amount. Because part of me wants to fuse with Tragedy and Blue to make a Masquerade. I thought I could view my extra deck, but apparently not. Or I wanted to fuse Jet and Blue and make Garua. So if he outs the Garua, I'm able to just get a free draw. But ultimately, I do make the Chimera to make him burn. Which may or may not have been the right play. I don't know. We will find out. I eat Jet. Then Tragedy will activate and grab me a Luber. Along with Lost. Lost will get me Albion. I might bump my Courier up too, but I don't know. It's kind of situational. He does Jet stuff. He gets burned for a lot. I still have a live brain in red. Now, apparently Pandemonium's dead. I don't know Prank Kids cards, which it probably is, because the only one I'm seeing is Dropsies and Doodle-Doo. And that is the card I will pop off Guardian Chimera. It's probably not the right play, but I don't know. I don't know Prank Kids. I know Spright a little bit because I played a lot at locals. But I don't know, like, the inner workings of Spright Prank Kids. You can do a lot of cool stuff in this deck, but it is kind of, like, weird. I think he might transition into, like, a different Spright build, like Pure Spright or something, but I'm not sure. I activate red. He changed Carrot. I chain McCourier, which will let me resolve Chimera. And if you guys have never played against Branded Despia, which I'm sure you all have, always, if you play DD Crow or Bishio, always hit fucking Adlib. Because if it's engraved, that's what they're going to add off Branded Red every fucking time, and then they're just going to get a live Mirror Jade and a Chimera off it. Adlib is cracked. So we do this, summon Chimera, You do Chimera, and then we do Adlib. He gets Beaver, which is fine. I get to summon Mirjade. I pop Carrot. Don't know why I chose to pop Carrot, but I did. And then I pop Pandemonium. I have a live Mirjade. And I don't know why he typed that, but he did. I think his girlfriend was talking to him or some shit. He continues to do Spright stuff, which I'm not really sure what I should be scared of at this point. Oh yeah, this is what I should be scared of. His stupid ass Link 5. This card is the bane of my existence when I play him. Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Now, if you don't know why, 4+ effect monsters, but you can also use one monster your opponent controls as material to link summon this card. And it's unaffected by, if this card is link summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. This link summon card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects unless they target this card. So, beat over it or have a way to target it. If you were Torgeki, wouldn't do anything. So he uses my Mirror Jade. I can't declare Mirror Jade here because it's summoned off Adlib. It's not fusion summoned. He uses other stuff, which is fine. Keep going. Spright starter. He negated Masquerade so he doesn't have to pay cost anymore. Battle phase. I pay 500, but I think I take 2k at first because I'm an idiot. Yep. And Masquerade effect on resolution of battle, summon Masquerade. Now we go from here. I have every resource I need to break his board, except I wish I would have done something different, which is cool. Now, at the start of my turn after I draw, I should just do Patchwork, because at the time I'm only on 2 Imp, not 3. And off Albion, which I do later, I draw the fucking Imp, which is unfortunate. I do Albion, and then I draw or Ascend, Retribution. I get that. He has red, but it really doesn't matter what he negates at this point. Then we'll summon a Luber. He changed that. I change Droplet. Send Imp. Imp will then grab Patchwork just to deck fin, even though Patchwork's kind of dead at this point, even though I need to play a third one. I have branded Opening now, which isn't great, but I mean, I have it. So I banish Retribution to get Branded Fusion, and he scoops, like he should. Game 2, which I will fast forward through very quickly, I Giga Brick. His hand is very bad, and he does full Spright combo and ends on a like jet or a red and a carrot. And then I normal summon a Lure, he negates it, and then I just scoop because I can't do anything. So I will cut this out so you don't have to watch it, and we will get into game 3. Alright, cracked hand. We got Patchwork, Branded Loss, Polymerization, Branded Fusion, and Ecclesia. Now, part of me wants to play 2 Ecclesia too, but at the same time, you really only need the 1. But let's get into play. Standby main. Always activate Loss first. Shouldn't really have to be said, but do it. We got to activate Patchwork. We're going to deck fin a little bit. We have 1 poly, so we won't be able to activate 2 Patchworks this turn, but that's fine. Now from here, we activate Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion is pretty pog. We send Adlib. Summon Rebellion. Discard Imp. Imp will activate on a new chain, even though I chained it here because I'm stupid. But we grab Patchwork, and then we summon Mirror Jade. From here, we activate Branded Loss, which will grab me Albion. For a cheeky draw. Albion will send Opening, and then we get a Luber, and a Luber will search us. He imperm, so we don't get a search, but we will use Mirror Jade to send Albion, banish our own Luber, which will let us search in the end phase for Branded and Red. Now, I don't know if it's this turn or next turn, but I do kind of fuck up and forget to use Branded Opening. Always remember your grave effects. Always remember them, because they will come up. especially when you're me and you're stupid. If he does that, it's fine. Don't really care about the Prank Kids cards. But this Sprite Prank Kids is cool. I would recommend giving it a shot. I don't really know the inner workings of the deck, but it is very, very fun. So we fuse here. We summon Chimera. I might have shotgunned Chimera here, but I'm not entirely sure. Get some searches. He gets starter. I summon Mirror Jade. I search my carrier. I pop that, draw two. I would draw two, pop one. I did it out of order. Fucked up on my end. And then he continues to do full dumb stuff after I negate his blue. Mr. Sprine foolishes. Do. Red is good. There's other stuff. His deck is a lot of gas, and he's playing 60 cards, so it's kind of cool in that way. I'm trying to keep Brandon DESPIA to 40, which I know is kind of hard sometimes, but you do what you got to do sometimes. And there was the misplay. I kind of fast forwarded through it, but misplay in case your dumbass uploads this, because I will most likely upload this, and I think he made doodle do when he meant to make Bow Wow bark, but we'll find out. So in end phase, I set Branded Fusion, draw another Albion. My hand is kind of mid. I do have to play around Pandemonium and a red, which is kind of like sucks. He does that. Add two back, which is fine. Activate Poly. I have to hard mix Depelia. He changed Pandemonium, which is completely fine. I can't search off flaws because I'm out of targets. Activate Albion. We go for a cheeky draw. Retribution off Albion is cracked. I thought it was shit at first, but it's not. And yeah, I did forget to use opening, by the way, when Mirror J went bye-bye. So you activate opening, discard that, summon a Luber. If I had a second Stapelia here, which is one reason I kind of want to play two, I can make a second Stapelia by super pawing his board. I think I do end up super pawing it, but it's kind of weird. But we'll see. Add Brandon in red. Activate Brandon Fusion, which will summon Mirror J, because Mirror J do be cool. Do Lebellion things. Banish his Bow Wow Bark. He changed Bow Wow Bark. I send that. He summons Jet. Jet effect. Why didn't this negate? This card destroy all monsters your opponent controls. If this card starts possession, it's sent from grave by your opponent's card. I don't know why that didn't negate that right away. I think I may have done something stupid, but I mean, it's fine anyway because I do have, like, opening and grave, so. And, like, I kind of had game at this point anyway, and you knew it. I just didn't want him to scoop. So, it was fine. Slightly illegal, but it was fine. I had opening and grave. And he goes to 4K. I have a million ways to pop through this. And then he scoops from here, which is completely fine. But anyway, let me know if there's any misplays I missed or on his end that he missed. And let me know in the comments what you think of Sprite Prank Kids. And peace.